All right, so I am here with my friend Philomena, and we are going to be talking about immigration, which has been a largely discussed topic in our sociology class. And for this prompt, we're talking about a theoretical person, Aunt Edna, who might just be someone who's really set in their ways and has certain views about immigration. So the first question asks if you could identify the thing or things that Aunt Edna would have the most trouble believing about immigration.
Okay, so all four of my grandparents are immigrants, and it took them like at least 14 tries to get in the country. So I think that they would have a hard time believing that there are some people out there that get in on their first try, while others are like denied, I guess, for silly reasons. But they would be surprised with immigration being easier than it was for them.
Mm-hmm. And the second one is going to ask, why do you think that they would struggle to believe this? It could be due to gender, class, race, socialization, how they were brought up.
Yeah. So they're all kind of racist because they're Eastern European, and I think they would be surprised that they, as white people, got turned away 14 times. But like, for instance, people of color could immigrate. They would be like, oh well, the U.S. should be stricter on immigrants of color than white immigrants, purely because of racist beliefs that they have back home.
And do you have like any evidence or examples you can think of that you would bring up to this Aunt Edna?
Yeah, I mean, because of that, we've had many conversations about like how your skin color doesn't define what you contribute to society and how useful you are and how valid you are as a citizen. Mm-hmm. So I guess I would have to bring up statistics about the labor force, education, socioeconomic status, but
yeah. Some of the statistics we talked about showed like the majority of our like least desired labor is immigrants, and it happens to be South American immigrants working like construction and childcare, and just things, bussing tables and things like that Americans would consider like their starter jobs.
Yeah.
So that's very true. And then, do you think that any of that evidence would be dismissed by Aunt Edna, and why?
Totally, because they're gonna like look at those low desired jobs and they're gonna say, oh, anyone could do it. So really, those immigrants aren't contributing. But if you don't have people working at like low wage jobs, then like society falls apart. Nobody realizes how much we actually depend on them. So those immigrants my grandparents going, those immigrants are like invalid or whatever for that. They're not recognizing what those people contribute.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.